everybody, welcome to Take 12 with Kate. I'm Kate and we've got 12 minutes to get you moving. So find a little bit of space, I'm going to turn up the music and we're just going to start with a nice easy movement pattern. Right, left, wide, wide, right, left, narrow, narrow. Here we go. If you want to speed it up, feel free to do so. Just pick up the pace. As usual, during these workouts, you can totally work at your own pace. So if you want to slow it down or speed it up, it's totally up to you. No impact or high impact if you want to pick up the knees. About 10 more seconds here. All right, pausing there, we're going to step the feet nice and wide. Keep the toes pointing forward. You're just going to shift your weight to one side, feel a stretch along the inner thigh of the straightened leg, release, and then switch. So alternating here, we'll do 4, 5, 6 rounds per side. You can choose depending on the pace that you're going. If you don't feel enough of a stretch here, you can always step the feet a little bit wider apart, and that will help you sink into it a little bit more. Let's do one more on each side. All right, we're going to go back to that movement pattern, but this time you're going to lead with the opposite leg. So it'll be wide, wide, narrow, narrow, left, right, left, right. Here we go. Almost there. Feel your legs getting a little bit warmer here. All right, pausing there. I'll take one leg, cross it over above the knee, flex the toes back towards you, and then lean in until you feel a stretch in your bent leg hip. Release and switch, opposite side. Once again, alternating here. We're going to do 4 or 5 rounds per side, moving through at your own pace. If you need a wall for balance, or a chair or something close by, then that's fine as well. You can have your fingertips on something just to help stabilize you. All right, let's do one more each side here. All right, and then we're gonna get into a little bit more intense movement. We're gonna start with some squats. So once again, finding some space, toes pointing forward. Arms folded across your chest or reaching straight out. The goal of these little movement breaks is to need no equipment whatsoever other than your body. So whatever you have around you, just put it aside. We're going to do the squats just with ourselves. So here we go. We're going for 45 seconds. Hips back, chest stays tall, left and lower. Arms folded makes it a bit tougher. If you want it to be even tougher, you can go arms up above your head. So whichever version you choose. We got about 35 seconds to go here. And always being mindful of the positioning of your knee. If this hurts your knees at all, then you can minimize the range of motion and go into a mini squat or a quarter squat or half squat. Choose the depth that works for you. Want you to move, but we don't want you to feel any kind of discomfort or pain, obviously. So be mindful about that. 10 more seconds here. All right, last 1 or 2. Excellent. All right, we're going to go to the floor. If you have a mat, great. If not, carpet works, or on the regular floor if you have a towel, or you might just be fine with nothing. We're going to get into a front plank. So hands below shoulders, straight line from the feet right through to the top of the head. 45 seconds we're holding here. If this feels a little bit too intense for you, then you can always drop the knees to the floor, making sure that straight line goes from the top of the head right through to the bottoms of the knees and just holding in here. Less than 30 seconds to go here. Whichever version you've chosen, just make sure that core stays locked in and there's no sagging in your lower back. Everything nice and solid through the middle part of your body. 10 seconds. Making sure you're breathing through it right to the end. 2 and 1. Awesome. All right, make your way back to your feet. We're going to do what's called a starfish balance. So we'll start on the left leg. You're gonna have your right leg extended, toes back, out to the side. Reach the arms out as if you're a starfish and hold. Just make sure your standing leg is not locked at the knee. There's a little bit of a bend in there. Just if you want to see from the side, leg out to the side, reach and hold. So maintaining your balance throughout. If you feel a little bit tippy, really try to work on stabilizing through the core, breathing through it. If you don't feel any work in this standing leg hip here, what you can do is tip a little bit further, but just maintain that core. So you're not crunching over. You're just shifting your center of balance to make it a little bit more challenging. 10 seconds here. 2 and 1. Awesome. Anytime you need a sip of water, please go ahead and grab it. For now, we're going to get back into a second set of squats. The same as before. If you want to add a little bit more depth to make it a little bit more challenging, provided that doesn't hurt your knees, then you go right ahead. All right, 45 seconds and go for it. Once again, option to have the arms folded across the chest, arms up above your head if you want to make it a little bit tougher. And then you always have the option of minimizing that range of motion if you have any knee or hip issues. More seconds here. 2 and 1. All right, second set of plank. So option this time, if you have any wrist issues especially, this might be a nice option for you. You can do this plank on your forearms. So same good technique, straight line from the top of your head right through to your feet. 45 seconds and go for it. Looking down between your hands if you can, breathing through it. Making sure those elbows are directly below your shoulders. And then push the heels away. So that maintains that straight line from head to toe, from head to heel. Got about 10 seconds to go here. Once again, just make sure you're breathing. 2 and 1. All right, lower those knees to the ground. We're gonna get back into that starfish position, but this time on the right leg. So make your way to standing. On that right foot, straight but not locked at the knee. Extending that left leg out to the side, and then tipping until you feel this right hip working to keep you stable. Breathing through it. Almost imagining that you're between two panes of glass, so there's no movement forward and back through the core. Everything nice and solid. You may feel your shoulders working here to keep your arms up. You may feel your floating leg working against gravity, and you should feel your standing leg working to support you. Sometimes in the foot and ankle, sometimes in through the hip. You may feel your core working to stabilize as well. All those things are great. Breathing through it, less than 10 seconds. 2 and 1. Awesome. All right, shake it out. You make your way down to the floor. Have a seat on the ground. We'll start with the right leg extended. Flex the toes back towards you, and then hinge forward from the hips until you feel a stretch right up the back of the right leg. We're just gonna hold here. Breathing through it. So the goal of these 20-minute, I don't even want to call them workouts, movement breaks, is to give you a movement break. So we'll do a couple little warm-up exercises, a couple little strength and conditioning type exercises, and then a little bit of mobility work at the end to keep you going throughout your day. Might be a nice break while you're stuck working at home, or a break for you and your kids. All right, we're gonna move in to the next stretch here, crossing one leg over the other. Squeeze. So we got left leg over right here. Squeeze that knee in towards your chest. You should feel a bit of a stretch in your left hip or in your left glute area. If you don't feel this, just squeeze your knee in a little bit tighter. And once again, breathing into it. always being mindful of what feels good in your body. There are 100 different versions of each exercise, so making sure you're choosing the one that's right for you. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of a twist to this. So take your left hand, place it on the ground behind you, anchor the right elbow behind your knee, and then looking back over your left shoulder. And in this stretch, you want to focus on twisting through the middle part of your spine. All right, gently release, undo that pretzel, and then we'll do the same series on the opposite side. So extend that left leg, flex the toes back, leaning forward, feeling a stretch right at the back of the left leg. The more you pull your toes back actively at the foot or at the ankle, the more you'll feel this stretch. Hopefully everyone's having a good day and this is a nice break for you. All right, crossing the bent leg over the straight leg, so right over left, and then gently squeezing that right knee in towards your chest. You're looking for a hip and glute stretch. If your IT is really tight, you may feel it along the outside of your right leg. And then if and when you're ready, adding that gentle twist, right arm behind you, anchor the left elbow behind the right knee, and then twisting through the middle part of your spine to look over that right shoulder. Breathing through it. When you're ready, gently release. We'll just finish off with a nice upper back stretch here, so you can sit however's comfortable for you. Interlace those fingers. Reach the arms forward and actively pull the shoulder blades apart. You should feel a nice stretch back between them. And that's your Take 12 with Kate. Thank you for joining us and have an awesome day.